What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode on the G35. As you can see, we're sitting in the car. I just started it. I just came back from school for a couple of days, so I got some time to work on it. I ordered a bunch of parts. I just walked around, made a list of almost everything we need to kind of complete the build, or at least take it to the next step. Take it to good original shape, and then once we go from there, then we're gonna start modding it a little bit. So without further ado, let's get to unboxing some of the parts and see what we got going on. Per the usual season speed fashion, I have about 45 minutes of sunlight, so we're gonna get as much done as we can, and this video might end up being a part of tomorrow too. Stay tuned. So as you saw in the last episode, we got some G35 Sedan wheels for this thing. Off the bat, we have some new wheels on the G. These are the Sedan G wheels. They're not the proper wheels, but for now, I just got them off the guy. He thankfully drove to me, and we didn't communicate. I had no idea. I forgot to ask if they're sedan or coupe, but it'll get me where I need to get to take this ugly thing, around, take it to the body shop and stuff. And we'll see if Spacers will fix it. We'll keep them. If not, we'll go get some proper wheels for it. And to be honest, it doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty good on the front. The rear looks super sunken in. We can go take a look at the wheels that was on it. These, if you can see down there, they have a lot larger of an offset compared to the old wheels, so compared to the new wheels, I mean. These wheels don't have much right there, and these are just really sunken in. And also these are 18s, those are 19s, but we got what we got. It's a budget build, so we'll see if we can make these work. If not, I might sell these and get some better 18s or something else. But let's get into it. Let's see. I bought some anti-seize. We'll see what happens. Here's all the stuff we got so far. As per the last video, we had the ballast that we need to return, but everything else is here. We're gonna go ahead and just do a quick time lapse of unboxing him and see what happens. Alright, and here's what we got. So since the last video, we realized the ballast is bad, the lights are the problems. I got some 6000 xenon bulbs, and I also went ahead and got the daylights in 6000 to match, which is the bulbs below the main headlights. I have some 20mm spacers for the front, and I have 35mm, see, gigantic spacers for the rear. We'll see what happens. I really love the look of these clear marker lights, especially since this thing is red. I think clear will match that. It'll look sweet once it's all painted up, and it'll look good. What else do we have here? Oh yeah, we have a new door handle. I couldn't just buy the little lock piece that's missing on this thing. This thing right here. So I went ahead and just ordered the entire thing, but we're just gonna have that painted when the car goes in for paint. And I think that's about it. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can throw on the spacers, and at the same time, since we got plenty of room in here, we're gonna see if we can go ahead and throw in the headlight bulbs. So I'm gonna do the front spacers first, and then we're gonna fix the abysmal truck fitment on that thing. First things first though, always use anti-seize when you do spacers, unless you want to hammer your wheels off, or use a angle cutter or something to get it off. So as you can see, we got this light working from the last video. I switched the bulb from that one to this one to check and see if it's the ballast or it's the bulb. So now we have no bulb in here, and we have these ugly yellow daylights or fog lights on these cars. So we're gonna go ahead and swap those out. We're gonna pull the wheels off at the same time and see if we can swap the wheel spacers in. Let's get into it. All right, so headlights are finally in. Moment of truth. And we got lights. Here we go. We finally have headlights, so we can, you know, one step closer to getting this thing registered and on the road. Illegal to drive. Spacers, however, per the Seize the Speed fashion, did not fit because 20 millimeters is still smaller than the studs on this car, which means I have to trim the studs to fit the 20 mm. But I think I should be fine putting the 35 mm on the rear. So I'm thinking I'm still gonna attempt it. I won't film much of it, but I will show you guys a shot of before and after what this looked like in the morning. So here it is. First I'm gonna clean the area a little bit. I got some brake parts cleaner and I have a little wire brush, so I'm gonna brush all that rust off. Then give it some WD-40, then clean it again. Then I'm gonna go ahead and apply the anti-seize on there. So I'm just test fitting the spacer. Seems like this one has enough clearance. As you can see, it seems like you can probably get away on these cars just by looking at it with a 25 millimeter spacer, but unfortunately for the front I got a 20, so we're gonna have to sort that out somehow. But everything fits. These are the nuts that are gonna go in here. I have my torque wrench, and I think the torque specs are around 83 to 85, maybe 90 for spacers. So we're gonna go ahead and apply the anti-seize first. So I clean the surface. This is what it looks like, but we're gonna go ahead and apply anti-seize right around your hub, and these are hub Centric spacers, which are just generally safer. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and apply some anti-seize all around here and on the surface a little bit, so whenever we want to take the spacers off, it won't be a pain in the butt. And that's it. I think then we can torque down the wheel and see if the monster truck fitment looks better. So here's the arts and crafts project. You don't need to go nearly as heavy, it's just it's a new bottle, so that was a lot on the actual applicator. So this is what we got. We're gonna go ahead and put this thing on. There we go. And then we can go ahead and hand tighten these first, and then we're gonna torque it to spec in a star pattern, so not next to each other but across. So here we have our torque wrench set to 83-84 foot-pounds, and we're gonna go ahead and first hand tighten them, and then we can apply the torque wrench and see how much torque. I'm gonna have to get up and actually do this. That's quite a bit of torque, but I just wanted to show you. All right, the wheel is on, and from just looking at it, it looks sweet. Let's drop the car and see what it looks like. All right, and here it is. To be honest, that fitment looks so much better. Looking at it from all the angles from before, and I mean that's a lot better compared to the other side. I mean, you see that is just god awful. Let me see if I can step farther back.